All right, guys, this is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and we are back with another Raid Shadow free to play mystery shard only run video. Today, we are going to be talking about heroes that suck, but they're also good. Now, a lot of these heroes we've covered on the channel. Doing plenty times. I mean, we've done it plenty of times, but we're going to show them all off and see what they can do. First one on the list is one that everyone gets, and unfortunately, we can't really do this on the highest level, but yeah, Jizzo. All right, Jizzo is somebody that everybody gets early on, and basically will kick the crap out of Mr. Scarab King here. Now we are going to do it with just these two for now. We'll see how it goes. I just want you guys to see that Jizzo by himself is pretty good at just taking care of business. Now we're going to slow it down a second because we do have a dumb here right there. That dumb boy right there. He needs to die, and then we go back to auto. The reason being is we don't want to spend 20 minutes trying to make this work. All right. Now the thing here is we don't care if Elhain dies. Like we don't care. This is literally does not matter. The reason we're doing this with just him is because it's there you go. That's it. We just want her to survive to get to the boss because that way Jizzo can kind of do his thing. If she's dead, it doesn't really matter. See, he's gonna end up killing her probably, but the reason it works is because we can put Jizzo in an HP destroy gear. And what that does is it kills the shield on Mr. Scarab face here. And Jizzo can essentially counter, he can put a counter up on himself and a heal and a shield. So he just basically kills the Scarab King without having to worry about it. He gets counters, so when he gets hit, he's going to go back and hit him again, see? So he gets counters, which makes him awesome, gets extra turns. And if you get him fast enough, yeah, he'll do some damage. Now, Elhain is doing really well here right now because she does have destroy HP on her kit. So there she goes. She's dead. But yeah, see this? This is what you will see on the higher levels. It's just going to be the boss versus Jizzo. You will need high resist to make Jizzo last. But essentially, this works all the way through into hard mode. All right, Jizzo is really good, and I'm glad I built him. We're actually working on trying to get him a little faster and a little more defensive so that he can survive in the higher levels of Doom Tower Hard. But right now, Doom Tower Hard, the first iteration of Scarab King, Jizzo can still win, and yeah, he'll get you through it. And he's a hero that I've actually seen videos where people tell me that yeah, they feed him to their other heroes to make him, 5-star and 6-star. Keep him is what I'm saying. If you just started, keep him. He's going to get you through Scarab King. Just throw him in some HP gear with some defense and some accuracy and some other stuff. Really, resistance is more important for this fight. If you need him for provokes, then yeah, you could put him in some accuracy. But I have the worst accuracy on my Jizzo. He's not needed. All right, let's get out of here. What's another hero that's kind of stupid that nobody uses? Well, if we go into dungeons and we go into Fire Knight, Fire Knight's my favorite. Everyone hates Fire Knight. All right, so we'll just for the point of this video, we're going to go in stage 15. Now, we're going to pull all these guys out because they're not heroes that are not that good. So, we've got these awesome heroes that are fun. So, we've got Headsman. No one uses Headsman. All right, we've also got another hero that's pretty fun. We're going to bring them all in at once, by the way. So, there you go. We've got Twin Claw Disciple, and we've got Mr. Lord Legionary. No one likes Lord Legionary. Now, what are we going to do? We're going to bring these guys in for Fire Knight, and we're going to see how they kind of work in conjunction with each other. We kind of want to have some turn meter manipulation in this fight, so we are going to bring in Armiger, because why not? He can chill there. And then we will also bring in, you know what? We'll bring in Spirit Host. Let's see if that works. I don't know if it's going to work. We're going to find out. Actually, we probably should bring in Pig Boy. Nah, we'll try it. What's the worst that happens, right? What's the worst that happens, guys? We lose, right? That's the worst that happens in this game. Now, this team is kind of funny. All right. Now, Headsman essentially has that heal reduction. All right. It's 100% heal reduction. And also, Mr. Twin Claw Disciple has heal reduction. Now, why is that important? Well, it's important because it gives the opportunity for Lord Legionary to hit 4 times on his A1, and will make him kind of a beast, and it is really nice. Now, it's great for taking down the shield because if he has the heal reduction on him, even with the shield up, he's going to hit 4 times, which gets that shield down even faster. See what I mean? So these are heroes that no one likes. And I did a video about Lord Legionary and how he should basically be, rebuilt. And I still believe that. I still think that Lord Legionary could be rebuilt to be a little bit better. I think that his skill kit is really weird and it's not that great. However, Funny enough, his multipliers are ridiculously high. So he does, look at that, 41k there. He does reasonable damage. We don't even have attack up right there. So we're going to see how much he does. Headsman is more of a supporter. He does fears. He does all kinds of stuff. He's got poisons. But he also has that 100% heal reduction, which is what we really want. Now, I don't know how they're going to get through the shield. We're going to see. Really, if they can get through the shield, then this should be a normally pretty easy fight. There we go. He's going to do one. Oh, he did outflank. That was the worst thing he could have done. Worst thing. All right, so hopefully we can get the shield down quick enough this time, because we need to basically be able to get that heal reduction before the boss gets his turn. Now he's going to do 2 turns on his A1. See, this guy does 2 turns on his A1. There, I was hoping she was going to attack. There goes Armiger. All right, he's going to do dumb stuff. This is where auto kind of makes us not happy. All right, so there we go. We got the heal reduction. So now Lord Legionary will hit as long as he doesn't use his regular attacks. He'll hit. He's going to use outflank, unfortunately. He will hit 4 times. Boom. There we go. He's down. There goes Carved Tendon. He does pretty reasonable damage, Mr. Twin Claw Disciple. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at that. He's getting 4 hits now because of the heal reduction. Very nice. We've got more poisons from Headsman. He's got a weaken on Twin Claw, surprisingly enough. And Armiger has turn meter manipulation, but this is the wrong affinity for him, I believe. So yeah, you're going to see a little bit more bad things happen. Hopefully we still have that HP restore. Look at that. Tons of hits. Hopefully we can get that HP. Oh, he didn't get it. There we go. Turn meter manipulation finally from Mr. Armiger. If we're lucky, we'll get, look at that, 20,000 damage each hit he just did. We're hoping to get that heal reduction in here. There you go. Heal reduction from Mr. Twin Claw. So now we have it again. And boom, look at that. 50k decreased speed. Now this guy's really going to not get any turns. And he's just going to drop like a fly. Look at that. 60k from Mr. Iron Twin Claw Disciple. So what I'm saying here is that all 3 of these heroes are heroes that no one cares about and no one talks about, all right? Headsman, now, does this mean, now, these videos don't mean you should build these guys instead of other heroes that are better. I get it, all right? That's not the point of the video. The point of the video is that these heroes are underutilized, and if you are having trouble in certain fights, there are heroes that you will have and that you will get that more people than not will just feed to other heroes that can get you through some of these fights. Now, I get that my heroes are a little bit stronger, so this is a weird thing. It's not going to work on stage 20. I would probably have to switch out some heroes that are a little bit better. But I guarantee you that I could probably pull out even like maybe Twin Claw, keep Headsman, and bring in another hero like, I don't know, Visix, and that boss would probably really never get turns if you just have Visix use her A1 the entire fight. So you could use AI on that so that you can auto it, and then that would get down the shield a little bit quicker, and she can actually reduce turn meter. Heroes like Cold Heart, heroes like Soul Bond, these are all heroes that can help you kind of keep the shield down long enough to have someone like Lord Legionary or Twin Claw or Headsman kind of come in and do these fights. All right. But basically, these guys will work in conjunction with each other. And I mean, either one of these guys, Twin Claw or Headsman, will work with Lord Legionary to make sure that he gets that heal reduction so that he can do 4 hits as many times as possible. The trouble with this team is that they couldn't get the shield down quick enough. However, it worked, as you just saw. All right, so those are some more heroes. Let's go back and look and see who else do we have on our roster that no one really uses. Well, let's take a look. I mean, I guess you could say him, Torture Helm, but we don't, unfortunately, the room that you use him in is not open right now. However, Torture Helm is really good at basically doing a lot of things that most people don't see. Like, he's in a secret room. He can actually do a secret room by himself, the Orc secret room for only epics. He can do it basically by himself. I brought him in with one other hero. Where is she? Bloodfeather. All right. I don't know if she's underutilized. I don't see a lot from her, but I would say nobody really talks about her because she's one of the fusion heroes and she's been around forever. So her and Mr. Torture Helm can beat that room by themselves because he will just keep reviving and then killing things. Really, she'll die in like the second round, and then he just takes care of the rest. So basically, Torture Helm and Bloodfeather, whether or not I don't know if I would consider them completely garbage or trash heroes, but they do work. Now, other heroes that could be good that no one likes. I mean, Yaga. Funny enough, he doesn't have a lot going for him, all right? However, you can use him as poisoner, all right? He can poison bosses, all right? He's not bad. He's not good, and I wouldn't say that you should build him over other heroes. However, if he's what you've got, all right, if you got nothing else going for you. Let's just say we go into stage 20 because why not? All right, we're going to bring her out and we're going to put Yaga in. Yaga's going to start things up. Where did I put him? I always miss heroes. He's over here somewhere. Here we go. All right, let's bring him in. So we've got Mr. Yakarl. Basically, they're just for waves. We got Cleo, who's got weakens and also for waves. You got defense down, poisons, and now more poisons. So let's see what these guys can do. So Yaga is not the best poisoner in the game. All right. Obviously, we have heroes like I don't know, Frozen Banshee, Grave Chill. We've got Gerda. Like, there's plenty of heroes in this game that can do poison. Yaga is not going to be the one that does it. However, for bosses, he's not terrible. Now, does this come into play for dungeons? No. It mainly will probably come into play in places like the city. That's an area, Doom Tower, areas where you may not have the hero you need, or you might be restricted. Or maybe you just started the game and you need somebody who can kind of do some damage. You know what I mean? It's possible. Now, I'm using stronger heroes here, but you can easily use just all rares to get through this and then have Yaga help you with the poisons. I would actually probably say that if you have someone who can control the waves enough, you could take out one of Cleo or Yakarl and bring in someone like Frozen Banshee who has the poison sensitivity and make this fight go a little bit quicker. But you're going to start to see poisons start to stack up, and they're going to stack up fairly quick. We've got defense down with Mrs. War Maiden. There you go. She's going to do something there. I didn't know if she had the poison. Let's see if Yaga can come in there. See, Kale's going to come in and do it. Look at that. He did a reasonable amount of damage there on stage 20. Boom. This is the only problem right now is we don't have anybody who can remove debuffs. Normally, I would bring in someone like not War Maiden, Spirit Host, or what the heck's her name? Mithrala. These are all heroes that I would say you should use. We don't have any healer in this fight, so that could be something that kills us. But either way, the poisons here are going to be okay. We're going to do some serious damage here as long as we don't get killed. See, we're going to make it. I think we're going to make it. See, this is all attack. That's why this is bad. It's more for speed than anything else. Would I choose him? I would say you would need Kale or Yaga. I wouldn't bring Kale and Yaga, but at this point, look at that. It's still working. We don't really care. Boom. Look at that, dead. So let's see what he did. So now versus everyone else. Kale did 1,000,000 damage. He's got AoE attacks. Obviously, he's going to do more damage. Cleo obviously has AoEs, can do more damage. However, against the boss, guess what? Yaga gets his damage up. He did nothing in the first 2 rounds, basically. All right. Yakarl, same thing. AoEs for the waves. These two, I wouldn't say Cleo's useless for the boss. She's got weakens. She's reasonably strong. She actually just used her Reaper to kill the boss there, but she's obviously going to do. If that was a longer fight, if I had a healer in here, let's say I took Cleo out and a healer put in, it's conceivable that Yago could do about the same damage as Kale. Like it's kind of crazy. It's not that he's not bad, all right. He's just not good, and he's a waste of books, all right. And that's why most people hate Yaga. It's because he's a reader, and nobody builds him because you can easily build Kale and Frozen Banshee and all those heroes, right? So am I telling you to build Yaga? No, I'm just telling you that there are going to be small situations where he can be useful. And if you have no one else and you for some reason are like me with someone like, I don't know, what's that guy, Grinner, where I just never get him and I've never pulled him 2 years, rare hero, still haven't pulled him in a mystery shard only run. Well, guess what? I can't use him, so I have to find someone else. Well, if you just happen to never pull Frozen Banshee in the first 6 months to a year and you're trying to beat Clan Boss, Yaga's not bad. He's not the worst thing in the world. He's just not close to being the best, all right? But he works, all right? He actually does hit pretty hard. He does have reasonable poisons. He's just not as good as some other poisoners. And technically speaking, there's actually an uncommon that I've seen people kind of do better than Yaga with. But as of right now, I would actually say Yaga would not be a terrible hero for the early game, especially when you need a force hero for Clan Boss. He might be a better option just for the times when you need a force affinity. So there you go. He might help you out. So that's another hero that's kind of whatever, but he's good. And I'm not upset that I built him. All right, let's keep going down this list of heroes that I would probably say aren't that great. All right, so here we go. A couple other ones. We got Thurgist and we got Bogwalker. Now, I'm picking these two specifically because they are heroes that I don't see anything on. Literally, I never see any content for Thurgist or Bogwalker. Now, granted, I have 2 6-star versions of these guys, Blessings, and they are super overpowered compared to what yours will probably be. Yours will probably be in this range when you have a built hero, I'm going to assume, all right? You're not going to be, a 78K Bogwalker probably, or a 58,000. Thurgist, unless you really went in on resistance. So these two heroes are interesting because Bogwalker is actually really good for Clan Boss. You can use him in Clan Boss to do some serious damage. His skill set is actually really good. He's got an attack. I got hiccups. He's got the attack down. I have my coffee and my tea right here. I should probably drink it. He's got attack down. He's also got an AoE that does defense up on everybody. It is 30%, so it is lower, but it's actually pretty good. And then he has this passive where he places a reflect damage buff on all allies when he's attacked with a critical hit. So yeah, he's got some interesting skills. Fire Knight could be interesting with him because he could put up the reflect damage, and then maybe you'll get 5 hits essentially when he tries to do an AoE against you guys, and that'll take down the shield faster. So there are things you can use him for, but he's actually really strong and he's really good at keeping the team alive, and he's a defense hero, which means you can build him where his defense is really high. The other one, Thurgist, is a one-off. She's kind of a nice little support hero. She actually does reasonable damage. She fills turn meters with her A1, which is nice. She actually has a block buff, debuff, which is nice. It's only on one enemy, but hey, it is what it is. It's good for Valkyries, and then she places increased defense and increased attack on all heroes. So let's go back in and just kind of see. We'll go back into dungeons. This time we're going to go into Ice Golem just because, yes, we're beating these. We just did a video on it. Actually, yesterday when you watched this. So let's go into normal, stage 20. There's a bunch of heroes you could use in here. All right, let's bring them in. So let's bring in these two because they're the fun ones. So we're going to bring in Bogwalker and her. So basically we have a healer, we have an AoE healer, attacker. We have someone who can do some stuff here with blocking damage, and then we've got her. Now we're going to want somebody to kind of keep us alive. If he's the damage dealer, she's support, we're probably going to want someone who can resurrect. So in this specific example, we'll probably bring in Tolog. Let's see if they can handle this. Stage 20. This fight may be a little longer, but we do have reasonably strong Bogwalkers and stuff, so I'm hoping it's enough to kind of do some damage here and be able to beat stuff. But I don't know. We might have a weak team here. They might take a little bit of a long time, but as you can see, Bogwalker's not terrible. He's putting up his own. And these guys aren't really good at AoE attacks, all right? These guys are good at single target at this point, and that's probably why most people do not like them. Bogwalker has his AoE, but he's still going to do reasonable damage and be able to beat things. Now, does this mean, once again, that these are the heroes that you should build? Honestly, Bogwalker has done really well for me specifically. He actually did he helped me beat Clan Boss in the earlier stages because he has the attack down and the defense up, which helped keep my team alive longer, and he does a lot of damage. And especially since we have a 6-star version of him, yeah, he was really putting up numbers. Now, in this specific instance, I would probably bring in somebody who can do a little more damage here, just because, like I said, this will probably be a long fight. But as you can see, they kind of hold their own. It's not like they're. It's kind of funny that we're doing it on a stage 20. I don't know if I'm going to watch the whole fight. We're going to see, but the thing here is that you have two heroes who can do defense up, so they can kind of alternate between who's doing the defense up and keep it up all the time. You know, if you could, technically speaking, stop the fight in the middle of it, if you're not trying to auto, obviously, you could stop the fight in the middle of it and basically just have one of them put the defense up and then wait around and then have the other one put it up, and then hopefully, if your speed tuning is good, they'll essentially just go through and just eventually just have it to the point where you're just constantly having defense up. Now you compound that with someone like Mithrala who can do hexes and other stuff. Boom, look at that. See, they got through the waves. They'll get through the fight. They'll get through the boss as well. But do I really want to show the whole thing? I mean, we could. We could show the whole thing. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I'm still torn. I just want you guys to see that these are heroes that will still get you through these fights, right? This is stage 20, and we're using an uncommon and all rares, all right? So, and they're still able to do it. There's no crowd control here, all right? Literally nothing, all right? All we have is that block buffs. Armiger is probably going to die. Luckily, we have Tolog, who is not a bad hero, who is literally one of the top heroes in the game as far as rares go, and yeah, he's going to keep everyone alive because he has revive. See, he already revived them. He's going to die again, but whatever. Like I said, don't matter because we're already at that point where we have turn meter drop with Mr. Armiger. We've got healing and speed up with Mr. Apothecary. Armiger is a defense hero. You've got her doing block buff, so at least they can't get certain buffs up once she gets that on them, which is nice. It'd be nice if he would land his turn meter manipulation, but whatever. It's all good. At least Thurgis can essentially keep everyone getting more attack and having more defense, which is nice, so that way you don't die. And that block buffs thing is kind of ridiculously good. It's actually really good. I hope they kill her. Yeah, there we go. Oh, they almost got it. There we go. Finally, he's dead. I was like, I want Bogwalker to get his HP back. There you go. Now we've got our defense up. We've got our speed back up. Hopefully, we get some heals in this little situation pretty quickly. There you go. Got a heal. And there you go, 20k plus extra damage for the other stuff. We've got block damage buffs, block buffs. Hopefully they'll kill that guy. I think 3 minutes is enough of this. Do we really need to watch the boss fight? Probably not. I just want you guys to see that there are heroes like this that'll get you through waves, even though it's a slow-ass fight. This is not something that I would recommend using. I would never use this team to beat stage 20 outside of what we're doing right now, just to kind of show you. But the reason it works is because they're defensive. This is a very defensive team. There's no they can keep themselves alive. They can take down the boss. They can do block revive for the ads so that you don't have to worry about the ads. There's a bunch of different things in this fight that are going to make it work. And having that defense up is going to be really good for this fight because the Ice Golem does hit really hard, and it kind of sucks. Since we're already here, let's just look at it. Let's just watch it. Let's just see if they die. I'm curious myself to see if they die. Really, the hardest part here would be making sure that Armiger hits at the correct time. We actually just did Ice Golem with in hard mode, and we showed that off. Boom, there you go. We got defense up. We also have some shieldage going on there, which is nice. As long as this team can kill one of the ads before the boss gets his main hit, then they can win. There you go. Laid to rest. Boom, they did their job. So now it's that we can only have one ad now. That's it. That's why Armiger's so good. He basically comes in and just does it. I've decided that we're going to watch this because now I need to see it. I need to personally see it. Even if it makes this video a little bit longer, it's fine. I'm not going to be mad about it. This is one of those teams that's just you just wouldn't think that this would work. You know what I mean? It's just weird. Let's see if they kill him first. See, I would probably in that situation I probably would have just stopped the fight and did the block revive, but I figure why not? We'll just let it run. Let's see how much damage. I want to see how much damage he does with the one hit. Ooh, look at that. Decreased attack. That's actually very good because the decreased attack is going to help you not get murderized. The other thing is that Armiger can do the turn meter drop so that the boss doesn't get any attacks except for his main attack, basically. See? Oh, he missed it. There we go. All right, so that's the worst it'll ever get unless you have defense down. So if we ever get defense down and then that hits us, that's the worst it'll get. But basically that was like nothing. Because, like I said, this is a defensive team. They're able to deal with it. Now, if we get closer to it, I might just say screw it and use Armiger for his... Here, we're going to turn it off because I actually do want to see him do it. We're going to use this to get defense up. All right, that's fine. We're going to try and do some damage there. Maybe, let's see if this kills him. All right, that should be good enough, I think. So we're going to use this on him, and then we're going to hopefully get a block revive. Boom, we got it, and now we're done. So there you go. Boss is dead, and now we just sit here and wait for him to die. So, yeah, essentially these are heroes that no one uses. No one's talking about Bogwalker. No one's talking about freaking Thurgis, all right? No one's talking about any of these heroes, all right? Maybe Apothecary, Tolog, and Armiger. Obviously, you'll see them often. But, yeah, look at that. Block buffs. The guy can't get any buffs. The guy can't get turn meter. Essentially, he's just going to keep trying to revive them on those one hits when we get down to a certain amount of HP, and that's it. The fight is over. You don't even have to worry about it. We don't need to watch this for another 2 minutes. It's fine. I know you guys are going to be so mad that I hit this because like, oh my God, you're so close. It doesn't matter. We will, here, I'll tell you what. We will do it until he hits again, just so you can see the big hit and how it works. He's going to do it pretty soon, I believe, because we don't need to watch this for another 5 minutes. There you go. He did the accuracy down, so now we're going to get hit with the other hit while that's going, probably. All right, so we got defense up. Now he should be using his skill very soon. This guy really doesn't want to attack us. He's like, you know what? He's scared of us. It's going to get to the point where we're basically, there we go. Boom. So there you go. That's the worst it gets. All right, done. Problem solved. All right, end battle. So that was 7 minutes of fun. Let's get out of here. Boom. Now, heroes again. Let's go in here and see. What other heroes are bad that no one uses? Well, I mean, there's a couple in here I would probably say are... And we're not even talking bad. Like I said, it doesn't even have to be bad or good. It's just heroes that no one uses. Myrmidon. Uh, Pretty awesome hero. And funny enough, he's basically a baby Visix. He's got ally protection. All right. He's got provoke. He's got the decreased attack and an AoE decreased attack, by the way. And he's got ally protection. We use him to beat the Bannerlord's faction crypt on stage 21. So he's the reason we beat it. And if you don't believe me, well, here we go. Let's go into faction wars. I can't show it, but there you go. Bannerlords. And if you really don't believe me, I have a video you can watch under the faction wars in my playlists, and you can watch me beat it with him. So yeah, definitely a really cool hero. He's even good for stuff like Hydra. Like there's things that you can use Myrmidon for that you wouldn't think you'd be able to use these heroes for. And he's like a one-off hero that everyone probably just sees and they're like, oh, he's whatever. No, a decreased attack on an AoE is a really good skill, and an ally protect is a really good skill, especially on a hero like this who has defense and is amazing. So yeah, I would say he's a really good hero to build if you need someone to keep your team alive, even in stuff what you like you just saw. You could use him in the Ice Golem to keep your team alive when he does those big hits. You can bring him, you can bring Tolog. He takes the hits. If he ends up dying, Tolog will bring him back. Problem solved. All right, so that's another one that no one uses. All right, who else is in here that no one uses? That's kind of whatever. I mean, I wouldn't say no one uses Grappler, but most people don't use Grappler. Once again, this is another hero. We used him to complete the Skinwalkers faction. He has a ton of poisons. He does tons of damage with poison, and we'll show that in a little while. But yeah, basically, his skills are really good. He does poisons and weak. He has a weaken on his A1. He's got poisons on his A2, and he's got a shield and a reflect damage buff. Really cool hero. Actually, if you make him really fast, he's going to get a ton of poisons up. And then I would say Hyria is also kind of in that area. No one really uses her. You wouldn't think about it. I use her in my clan boss team for my main team, literally right now. Like she's my main team for clan boss right now, and that's just because I use it and it's just easy for me right now. We do somewhere in the realm of 30 to 35 million right now. We're trying to get a little bit higher on Nightmare, but and then we have the heroes to do it. We just haven't had time to really just sit and build it and speed tune it. Now, when we go into dungeons, we'll do another dragon run here just to go, but we'll do them fast this time. We'll do a more of a faster run. He's good for keeping the team safe, so we're going to take her out. All right, and we're just going to bring in some of these random poisoners so you can kind of see what we're talking about. Now, we are going to bring Apothecary in this time because I would like to have him. So we're going to take her out, and we're going to bring in, where is he? So we got Grappler, and we've got Hyria. Where's Hyria? Where is Hyria? There's Hyria. So we have healing, shielding. We don't have any revive, which is bad, but we've got healing, and we have shields and heals. So there you go. Let's try it. Is this stage 20? I don't even remember what stage we chose. I don't remember if this is 20. I think we did 15 last time, or I don't remember. Either way, it doesn't matter. I'm like, it doesn't matter. We're okay. He's got the freeze. The waves are really where most people are going to fail once you start getting into higher dungeons. Yeah, some of the bosses are obviously hard, but waves can be frustrating when you first start getting into these higher areas because you're going to be one shot by a lot of these guys when you first start here. However, once you start getting more crowd control heroes, yeah, you're going to end up beating these things a little bit easier. But just so you can kind of see, I really brought Yakarl in here. One, because he's and I'm not going to say easy to get, but he's easier. He's one of the easier legendaries in the game to get. If you start right from the beginning, you could conceivably get him in, I don't know. It's a weird one because it takes a week to get pieces up for him. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the time frame is. It took me 10 months to get him, and I got him separately, second. So I actually ended up getting Yannicka first. So it just depends on how active you are in your guild and how many quests you do. As long as you're doing the quests every week or trying to do something, you'll get him a lot quicker. Oh, he's using his little. God, you Carl's good. But there you go. He's the only legendary in here, and then everybody else is all rares. All right. You could use. I don't know. I'm trying to think who you could bring in here to do this. I mean, honestly, I would probably just bring in a what is that? A DPS, a defense down. That's what I would bring in. Hopefully, I'm gonna say she has lifesteal, so she should get her HP back. Hopefully, oh, don't kill her. Oh, I was hoping she would survive. Unfortunately, Yakarl didn't do his job this time, but that's fine. Like I said, really, I wanted to showcase Grappler more than I wanted to. Of course, there you go. Now he puts his stupid shield up. I was gonna say we should probably bring a reviver into this one because this is stage 20. This shouldn't be messing around here. Now, Yakarl is basically gonna do nothing in this fight. Now, Hyria is more the poisoner, and she also brings everybody into fight, which is great for the poisons, because essentially you're just going to have all the poisons hit them and kill them. Now we're going to find out if these guys can handle this. Just Grappler and Mr. Kale. So there we go. We already got 2 poisons for Kale. Let's see what Mr. Grappler will do. All right, so he missed his poisons. That's sad. It's a sad state of affairs that he missed that. Oh, he's missing everything today. Look at that. He is not doing a good showing. We also don't have anyone who can remove debuff, so we might be screwed. Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting that we have the shields. So we have a little bit of extra heal from Mr. Grappler. All right, so there we go. Or was he's still missing. Maybe we don't have his accuracy high enough. I honestly didn't even look to see what his accuracy was. There we go. We got a weaken, so that's good. Yeah, he's missing all his points. It's probably because he's the wrong affinity, right? No, is he? Yeah, he's weak against blue. I shouldn't have come into blue. I forgot that he's weak against it. So he's not going to show off he's not going to. Then again, Kale's doing fine, right? He's doing his poisons. There you go. He finally got some poisons off. 3 of them. Thank you for showing up, Mr. Grappler. Look at that. All those poisons just melted his damage, his health. I'm actually surprised. I really thought we might die here. Oh, nice. There we go. We got our little shield back. All right, we're good. Everyone's still alive. Oh, is Grappler going to get the final hits? No, he didn't. All right, so let's see. So Grappler did about 400. Kale did most of the damage. Wrong affinity. Actually, yeah, Kale's the good affinity here. He's fine affinity. So yeah, Grappler was a bad affinity here. He was missing all his poisons. But he would basically do all the poisons. Unfortunately, Hydra died, so it is what it is. I would probably say bringing someone like Tolog in here would be a better option. It might be something easier. You would need someone to kind of take down the waves, though. So anybody who can do stuns, AoE attack down, whatever. Choose your weapon. That's what I would say. But either way, Grappler and Hyria can beat these, and I would just bring different heroes. This was just a bad showing for heroes. All right, let's go see. Let's go look at the clan boss so you can see that real quick. We're not going to do it, but because I need my keys for tomorrow. But there you go. Here's our team. So we use basically Mithrala, Dark Kale, Apothecary, Grush, and Hyria. And those guys do reasonably well. I'll do anywhere, like I said, between 30 and 35 million. These 2 times we did around 30, so that's fine. It's a 2 key. It is what it is. I do 2 keys in the morning, and then I forget this exists anyway. So it's just that's just where we're at. And then I'll go in like now, and I'll just auto battle Brutal because it's easy and I can help out the people who are fighting Brutal. So there you go. We did 37 million on Brutal. Normally we do upwards of I think like 45 or 47 million. This was just a bad running this time. Maybe it's because of the affinity. I would assume it's because of the affinity. But there you go. That's more heroes. Let's see. Is there anyone else on here that no one uses? Let's take a look. Now, I'm not going to say that the uncommons that I use are bad because I think a lot of people that know the ones that I use are okay and you can build them. I don't think there's anyone on here that I would say is terrible. Like the doggos, I don't think anyone would really think they're bad. Hellfang and Houndspawn. They're not heroes that most people talk about, so maybe we'll end it with that because I feel like those guys are the last 2. Houndspawn is a hero that you farm, like because none of these guys are really considered terrible, and these uncommons aren't terrible either. So we'll see how it goes. But Houndspawn is, I would say, people would think is terrible. You look at his skills, and he basically is just skills. He's basically just attack. He's got a stun. He's got a decreased defense and he's got this skill, but it has to be when Hellfang's in the team, right? So it's like this is one of those things where most people aren't going to look at Houndspawn and say, "Oh, that's good," but then you look at Hellfang and you see that he's got a weaken, he's got a chance of putting skills on cooldown, and he's got a freeze on an AoE. Also because Houndspawn's on the team. And then immediately you start seeing that there's some fun here. So we usually showcase him in live arena. Unfortunately, it's not open. It'll be active in 3 hours, so we can't really do it there. So let's go into regular arena. We're going to see if we can find a team that we can mess around with. So here's a strong-ass team, all right? This is a badass team. They're probably going to win, to be honest. So let's just say we bring our Arbiter in. We take him out. I think what we'll do is we'll bring in my Pigman. Pigman, I don't think he's anyone. I don't think people think he's bad, but I just don't think a lot of people use them. That's all. So we're gonna bring him in, and then we'll bring our dogs in. Let me find my dog. I keep forgetting that one of them's up here, and the other one's down here because one has more stars than the other one. There you go. So now we're gonna bring him in. I don't know how this is gonna run. If we're not fast enough, this is gonna be bad. So we're just gonna go into a couple fights and see if it works. All right. So we did get first turn, so that's okay. So there we go. We got attack up. Now we've got a freeze. Hopefully, she's probably going to resist stuff, but here we go. We've got his AoE freeze right here. So let's see how that does. So we've got 3 freezes, unfortunately. We're going to do this, and then we're going to do defense down. Boom. And now we're going to use our dog's secret skill. Let's see how he handles this. Look at that. Bonehead is dead. Now, unfortunately for us, we have a horrible team for this. We're going to see if this works. All right, we've got a counter. Nut's kind of ridiculous. We've got revival, so we definitely don't want that. We want her dead. She's the one that we want dead. She is the one we want dead. So now there's no more revive, so that's good. Now, unfortunately, he's going to kill Nut. Nut's going to kill everybody. So we're going to try and take him out first. She's also really bad. So we're going to try and take him down first, and hopefully it's enough. We don't want all those debuffs. That's bad. We need her to survive so that we can do things. You know, we'll just take out Nut because Nut's really the damage dealer. She's going to really screw us up, though. Unfortunately, we don't have our dog back, so we did decrease his turn meter. Let's do this, please. All right, now we're going to revive. So luckily, we got that going. We got revive. We're going to get some turn meter up, and now hopefully we can kill Nut. Oh, so close. Please stop. Don't heal him. Ah. I was hoping we could kill him before that went off. All right, we're going to use this, and then hopefully this will be enough to take him down. All right, he's dead. So there you go. One more down. Another one bites the dust. Hopefully that drops turn meter, and it did. And now we're going to use our freeze. Hopefully that works. It did. And here you go. You get a doink. Doink. And there you go. I mean, like, these guys are, like, built for arena, okay? These, like, I get that my power is a lot higher, all right? This is a weaker version of these heroes. However, I still know that there's a lot of legendaries in this game where people will use heroes that and they'll get murdered by this kind of team. Like if I didn't get that first turn off and Disnat got his bombs off, yeah, we would have been dead. So, but does this team work? Yes, it worked. And these hounds are awesome. Literally, if you've watched my channel, you'll know how much I love these freaking dogs. Like, they are insanely fun to use in live arena. They are insanely fun to use in regular arena. They're fun to use in the city, in secret rooms, everywhere. Anywhere I can use these dogs, I love them. They are literally called the doggos for a reason because they are my favorite and I love them. So this is where I wanted to end the video because I want you guys all to enjoy the doggos just like I enjoy the doggos. All right. So that's it for today. Like I said, I just wanted to go over a couple of heroes and kind of show you where we use them and underrated heroes that people just don't use. And we're at 99%, guys. We're almost at that 100. We're almost at the end of our journey. We're about to hit it, and we get some free energy. Yeah, we have a lot of energy right now. We have 3,000. I've been busy. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. If you guys want to leave a comment, that's always great. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. That way you can see some more fun stuff with some dumb rares that nobody likes to use. I do other stuff. We try to use some of the legendaries. We are beating some hard mode things. We just did the video on the hard mode ice golem. So yeah, there's some other stuff that we'll be doing. But yeah, I want to bring more of these fun heroes into the light and show them off. Eventually we'll have all the campaign heroes done. We have them all maxed at this point for skills. We just need to bring them in. And I think that's going to be another fun video down the road. All right, and that's it for today. This is the wonderful world of heroes that suck that are actually good. This is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and you guys take care.